Heimdall's horn announced that the day of the final battle had finally arrived. The forces of chaos, led by Loki, were eager to end the reign of the Aesir gods, using all available means to achieve this goal. The gods of Asgard knew that the great battle was inevitable. For millennia they prepared for the great day. The gates of Valhalla opened, and thousands of warriors left the great hall, and formed the great army of Odin. This army was formed by the bravest warriors who, during their lives, fought bravely on the battlefield. These were taken by the Valkyries to the halls of Valhalla, where they waited for the opportunity to show again all their courage, fighting alongside the gods during the ragnarok. All the gods capable of wielding a weapon joined the combatants. The huge army of Muspelheim's giants set off for Asgard, trying to destroy the gates that protected the dwelling of the gods. Suddenly, the Bifrost Bridge collapsed, and part of the great army fell into the waters. The Asgardians celebrated while the giants drowned in the river. But the gods knew that their destiny was not to hide behind the powerful walls made by the giant builder. Their destiny was to face with honor the forces of darkness in an open field. Odin, riding his glorious 8-legged horse, gave orders to start the attack. The army of the gods advanced against its enemies. When the armies clashed, the impact was so powerful that it made Yggdrasil, the tree of the worlds, tremble. Thor, the champion of the gods, wanted to crush the heads of thousands of giants and slaughter hundreds of enemies at a time. The ice giants were led by Hrym in the final battle, facing with great courage the hordes of Odin. Loki guided Hel's armies of the undead, composed of those who died an unworthy death. Freyr, the god Vanir, fought bravely, riding his golden boar next to the Asgardians. The brave god attacked Surtur, the powerful leader of the fire giants of Muspelheim. Freyr gave everything he had, but it wasn't enough to defeat Surtur, who shot down the Vanir god with his flaming sword. Before dying, Freyr repented for giving his magic sword to Skirnir. With it, everything could have been different. Freyr was the first of the gods to fall on the battlefield, and many others would follow him. Tyr, the warrior god who sacrificed his hand so that the gods could arrest Fenrir the wolf, would also fall after facing Garm, the powerful wolf of Hel, who defended the world from the dead. But before his death, Tyr still managed to stick his sword into the heart of the infernal beast. The battlefield shook when Jormungandr, the world serpent, presented itself for battle. The creature expelled a cloud of poisonous gases, capable of slaughtering the warriors of the gods. When he saw the serpent, Thor was filled with enthusiasm, for he had long been waiting for the decisive fight against his old rival. The struggle between Thor and Jormungandr was epic. The giant snake tried to swallow the Asgardian hero, as he deviated from its knocks and counterattacked with powerful blows from his hammer. The god of thunder managed to incapacitate Jormungandr, and the latter fell wounded. Thor delivered a deadly blow to the serpent's head. The gods and warriors of Asgard vibrated with the victory of their champion. However, Thor's blow was so strong that Jormungandr's pockets of poison broke. spreading a poisonous cloud around Thor. Thor bent to his knees and fell dead. Without their great champion, the battle against the forces of chaos became even more difficult for the gods. Fenrir, the huge wolf son of Loki, devoured all those who opposed him. But what he most desired was to find Odin, his mortal enemy. The supreme god of Asgard knew that his destiny was to fight the dreaded wolf son of Loki, and didn't run away from the clash. Odin spore Sleipnir and advanced against Fenrir, but Odin's fate was not to come out of this dispute alive. Fenrir opened his huge mouth and devoured the father of all. The gigantic wolf humiliated the gods after his victory against the wisest deity. The provocation filled the heart of Vidar, son of Odin, with hatred. Such fury gave him great strength. Vidar attacked Fenrir, and this one tried to take him over. Vidar put his feet on the wolf's tongue, and his strong arms pulled his teeth away. His strength was so great that he opened Fenrir's jaw in half. The gigantic wolf died. Even with the death of his sons, Loki was satisfied with the carnage, as he watched the gods fall one after the other. Heimdall, the guardian of the Rainbow Bridge, advanced through Hel's army of the dead, opening a path to Loki. Heimdall and Loki met in a duel, and the plasticity of the combat made it all look like a deadly dance. Loki and Heimdall struck each other several times. The duel did not have a winner, because both died. The giant Surtur set fire to the world with his sword, and the flames swallowed everything. There were no fighters left on the side of the living, nor the side of the dead. Only ashes on the earth. The flames reached Asgard and threw their palaces into rivers of fire. The level of the ocean waters rose to form a huge flood. There was nothing left on Earth. The era of the Aesir gods was over. The waters that consumed the land eventually retreated, and the plants sprouted again. A new sun arose to ward off the darkness that had taken over the earth. The Yggdrasil tree could not withstand the damage caused by ragnarok and fell. But inside the great ash tree there was a secret surprise. The gods had hidden a couple of mortals, so that the human race could resist the events of Ragnarok. Their names were Leif and Leifsbrasir. Through the love of this couple, the world was again repopulated. The kingdom of Asgard has disappeared, but the new kingdom, Idavolar, would take its place. The 6 gods took their places in Idavolar, the sons of Odin, Vidar, who killed Fenrir, and his brother Vali. Thor's sons, Magni and Modi, became responsible for the hammer of the god of thunder, defending this new kingdom. In the world of the dead, Balder, the dearest of the gods, together with Hod, rose to occupy the last places. There they recalled the old traditions and discussed the future, trying not to repeat the mistakes of the past. The gods found the golden pieces used in the games of the gods, and, just like their fathers, they started a new round of the ancestral game. A new cycle began.